I am Lilith. I am Mary Magdalene. I am Eve, although not the idealized version that ancient man concocted from nothing. Welcome. I'm Taylor Marsh, author and podcast host of Blew My Mind. Humans are geared to find meaning of our existence through spirituality. Organized religion is how, in all its forms, by the way, is how we do this. Now, the one thing missing today is an understanding of the universe's energy and how it impacts humans personally and collectively through synchronicities and phenomenon, not cause and effect, but synchronicity. Before I was 9 years old, I knew that the brain took care of the business of the body and the mind was a portal. Family chaos thrust me into my mind. Now, over the years of creativity, when I finally got to the point where I was going to write fiction, I chose psychic thrillers because I thought it might be a way for me to share some of the experiences I have had, only blow them up in a way that would impact humans to understand that there's more to human life than what science can put together. Now, I'm always present in the now. You know, in meditation, they say, be now, be present. That's not a problem for me. However, my mind is always in another time zone. It's part of the psychic gifts of humans that all of us have, that people don't even like to talk about. They don't like to even use the word psychic. It's a very discombobulated understanding of how humans experience life. And this is one avenue that I have explored a lot, and that is the sacred, the profane, and death. This is what brought me into thrillers, and it made me sure that I could communicate some of the more hard to understand elements of the life that I have lived. Now, one of the good things about where we're headed right now this week is that the energies of communication have stopped confusing us, let's just say. We've been in a review state. Now that is mostly over as far as our communication is concerned, and we're looking to what is next. At the same time, there are energies of imagination, energies that govern Hollywood, and energies that govern our visions for ourselves, as well as the crazy aspect of our mind, which goes into chaos and QAnon and these cult things and disavowing truth. We're doing all these things at once. Now, when this imagination energy stops, as it has, to look at what we've created in 2026, the first thing that happens is clarity. You might already feel this. You're getting a sense that we are somewhere new. We are somewhere new in the collective as we push forward, but there is a clarity happen, whether it's Graham Plattner or if it's watching the administration launch another attack at Iran and call the operation the bitch slap operation. This is something that I am steeped in, and that is dark energy. It's part of the thrillers. It's part of what I've seen in my life. But this dark energy that permeates our politics, we have to understand that these politicians they don't do this by themselves. Americans chose these people to lead us. So there is obviously something wrong in the human soul. Something has gone woefully amiss. And this is why I think we're getting to this stage. But one of the things that people don't understand is these energies, whether it's the racism or the violence or the power struggles, this has been with humanity for a very long time. And getting these bad actors into visibility is the only way that we can move through this and choose something different. Now, at the same time that imagination energies are taking stock of what we've created and where we have landed, we also have energies of architecture and building doing the same thing. They are stopping. It's not only a review, but it is to see where the clarity has landed and how we feel about it and what we're going to do going forward. Now, it's very important that we understand these energies, even if we don't understand them the way I'm explaining them and why they come partially from the universe and partially from human action. But we need to understand these energies in order to know how long it's going to take us to get out of this current state. Now, this is very good for citizens because citizens all over the world and world leaders that are pro-democracy, pro-truth, and pro-positive new things happening because we are in the Aquarian age. This is a plus for the collective. But the missing element so far is humans making better choices. People keep wanting to go back to what was. That's why I started this podcast zeroing in on TPUSA and Charlie Kirk, who met a terrible end. But we have to understand that these energies, they're going to be with us until December in this space, the clarity space, the building space. Now, you may find yourself in a perfect position. And then you're saying, okay, this is all working, but is this it? No, it's not it. What you have to do is build every day on what you have created so that when this energy revs up again, that what you are presenting is a better version of your life, and what we have created is a better version for humanity. Now, this will take until December. So it's a long time. People don't understand. I guess at where I'm looking from today, as opposed to when I started my career, I understand that the slow pace that you're feeling right now is because the space you're in has to be excavated before you can get to maybe some place that you dream of. Now, maybe you're in your dream position. Is it authentic? If it's authentic to you, then you're onto something, and it is really the slow grind of creative work, and it happens daily. Just because you love your job doesn't mean that you get things instantaneously. We are an instant gratification society. But when clarity comes, people react now, and you can see that, whether it's reversing what they did on taking everybody's content on Instagram to use on AI. That was a 24-hour turnaround before they said, we're not going to do this anymore. This is what is going to happen for many, many weeks. Now, this slow grind is the delicious part of creativity because you have lots of time. You can take what you've built and make it better, stronger, with a better foundation. Or maybe that relationship that you've been hoping was really going to be the thing has finally run its course, and you have to make other choices. Now, in just a few days, the nodes will move. The moon's nodes will change. Now, this matters because these nodes are what decides the eclipse points. And we are now we will be in a completely different eclipse cycle come August. The North Node, which astrologers who, if you want to dig really deep into this, astrologers sometimes say that that is our destiny. I don't know about destiny. I just say this is a portal that is future oriented and it is authentic. That is what the North Node is. The North Node does not help people who are fakers or liars. The reason you're seeing so many people, whether in politics or in world events or bad actors, get their comeuppance is because dark energy eventually collapses. It's heavy, it's dark, and it collapses on itself as long as people who have the power to change do change and change what they want. So the North Node is in Aquarius. This is the future. It is the collective. There is much energy behind the collective. There should be a lot of positivity going on. The downside is we've got a few years in America before we can really change the terrain, but we can make one change in November. But it will take all of us changing. And that's really the kicker we have to understand. This node, Aquarius in the North Node, expects more of us. And what you're seeing with some of the other healing energies are the liars are losing their grip. And we can see that, but it's slow. And this is the way life works. It takes patience. Now, the South Node is having a conversation with a very showy, ambitious, glamorous Leo. Now, Leo has a lot of positive qualities. But right now in the South Node, what we're getting rid of is the I am first only and the most important. This ambition energy in the South Node with Leo is about letting go of ego and embracing service. And the people who aren't doing that are going to fail over and over again in the eclipse cycles that are going to be for the next year and a half. Now, speaking of eclipses, August begins the eclipse season. I'll talk about it in another podcast, but we have entered a time where this is complete fated energy. So the other energies I was talking about of paying attention to where you are, your own authenticity, is this where you want to be? How are you going to build so the future is better or change where you are? This patience, just stay in your own world. Have fun, enjoy life. The more joy you can get in your life, the more this energy will multiply so you can really get down to what is authentic and truthful for you. You just keep doing your work. And what we do during eclipse season in August is we receive new energy. And if you are in your power and in your truth, you will get help or you will be moved to a place that is more authentic, or things will be removed from your life if you concentrate on them or if they are a crutch. Eclipses are fated energies, and I could tell you a lot about them. They're not a light switch. Things can happen before and several weeks after. So when we get into this portal, when we get into August, these are the kinds of things that you cannot change, you cannot fight, and you must receive and let them flow through you. It's a very exciting time, especially since the good guys have the energy and it's for us to make something new from. Now, next, what I wanted to do is I wanted to read from one of my books, Maybe Fatal. It was the first psychic thriller series that I did. And this little part is what I'm talking about when I say the mysterious synchronicities and phenomena things that science will never explain because experience is the key to human life. So here we go. Kate walked toward Lily's voice. The first step she took into the room made her stop. Kate gagged. The stench. What's that smell? She coughed. It turned into vomit. Kate on her knees. Can I do something? She looked up and saw Lily. Only her torso was in view. I didn't smell anything like this last time I was here. Straightened up. Lily was on the opposite side of the massive island from where Kate stood. What's in the air? It's weird. Walked in her direction. Stay where you are. We need to talk. She screamed, Stop! Calm down. What's wrong? Kate moved toward Lily, past the edge of the island. Don't come closer. Let's sit at the table. 3 steps forward, Kate froze. The island had blocked the full view of where Lily stood. Kate's mouth dropped open. A milky-colored cloud encased Lily. Neither woman spoke. Kate reached out to touch what surrounded the woman. It's cloud-like. You're in a fog. Her hand closer. No, don't! Kate's hand got nearer. A bolt, charged energy, pierced her right palm. It threw her back into the kitchen counter. She recovered, didn't move. Lily's response was immediate. Marie, don't! Looked at her hand. Kate watched Lily. Who is she talking to? Analytical mindset kicked up. Nothing made sense. Blindsided. This was new territory for Kate. She excelled in her field because she anticipated events, placed a high value on instincts and intuitive perception, but she had walked into this house like a newbie. Nothing is out of bounds, Kate whispered to herself. An unknown force is in this room. Don't doubt it. Her hand stung from the experience. It's real. That's just a little part of maybe Fatal. It's about the dark energies that we face and we get through, and some things in life we just don't understand. And it's being comfortable with that as we work to enrich our life. I'm Taylor Marsh. I want to thank you for listening, watching. You can find me on taylormarsh.com or on Instagram. I'm on all the socials. Would love to connect. Until next time.